My name's Daniel. For years, I believed love could survive anything. Long hours, disappointments, even the silence that filled our house like fog. But lately, silence turned into noise. Every word from Emily felt like a blade dipped in sarcasm. "You're so predictable," she'd say while scrolling through her phone. "Other men my age already have real success. What do you have, Daniel?" I'd laugh it off, pretending her words didn't bruise me. We used to share dreams at midnight. Now we just shared space. Our house became two separate islands connected by routine. But beneath her mockery, something felt off. Her sudden secrecy. Late nights with friends, her new phone lock. I noticed the way she smiled when messages popped up. The warmth that once belonged to me now belonged to someone or something else. Still, I stayed calm, because I knew something she didn't. One night I heard her whispering on the phone. Her tone was sharp, rehearsed. "Yes, the papers will be ready soon," she said. My heart slowed down, not from pain, but from realization. She wasn't just leaving me. She was planning it step by step. The next morning, she was unusually cheerful. "Morning," she said with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. I looked at her and replied softly, "Morning, you seem lighter today." "Yeah," she said, sipping her coffee. "It's nice when things finally fall into place." She thought she was ahead of me. But what she didn't know was that every paycheck, every bonus, every late-night project, I had already moved my earnings into a separate account under my name. Nothing illegal, just mine. She'd never noticed because she never asked. For weeks I played along. I made her breakfast, complimented her dress. She thought I was clueless, but inside I was already letting go. Of her, of the fight, of the need to prove anything. The day came. She handed me a white envelope across the table. Her smile was calm, victorious. "It's for the best," she said softly. "You'll be happier this way." "We both will." I looked at her, studying the woman I once loved. "Is that so?" I said quietly. "You already seem happy." She leaned back, confident. "It's time I start living the life I deserve. I'm just done carrying dead weight." I nodded slowly, opening the envelope. "You want half, right?" She smirked. "Half of everything. Don't make this harder than it needs to be." That's when I smiled. Not out of spite, but peace. "Emily," I said, "there's nothing left to take." Her face froze. "What do you mean?" I stood up and handed her the papers back. "Everything in that account was mine. Every cent. You never asked how much I contributed, you just assumed it was ours. I simply took back what I earned." She blinked, confusion turning to anger. You can't just..." "I can," I said calmly. And I did. For the first time, she didn't have a comeback. The silence between us wasn't fog anymore. It was freedom. She sat there, staring at the empty victory she thought she had. I picked up my keys and took one last look around the house. "You win, Daniel," she whispered, her voice trembling. I shook my head gently. "No, Emily, this wasn't about winning. It was about walking away before I lost myself." Outside, the sky looked clearer than it had in months. The air felt lighter. For the first time, I didn't feel small. I didn't feel useless. I just felt free, and it's strange how peace doesn't come with noise, it comes with silence. I started over. Smaller apartment, simpler life. But every morning I wake up knowing my worth isn't something to be mocked, it's something to be protected. People say revenge feels sweet. But for me, peace was sweeter. She served me papers thinking she'd take everything. But I walked away with the only thing she couldn't touch, my dignity, my peace. And the calm before the papers.